Hi, if you're new here, my name is Joyce and welcome to my channel. And if you're coming back, hi. Before we get into the video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and please do share the link. And also don't forget to turn your post notifications on so that you're notified every time I post a video. You do not want to miss anything. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. You can see from the duration of the video that this is about to be a movie, so go get your popcorns and your tissues, because who knows, this might have a very horrible ending. But anyway, let me not waste any more time and let me tell you guys what happened. So for those who don't know what an NBT is, it's basically a varsity or a university exam that you write in matric to get into university. So yeah, I think all South African universities require you to write the NBT in order for you to be accepted into the university. So basically how it worked is we're outside this. Oh wait, so now I'm from a town, right, in Limpopo, and then we went to go write at the University of Limpopo in tax, right, and that's like approximately 3 or 2 hours away. I don't know if my approximation is right, but yeah, I think it's about 2 or 3 hours away, right? So we got to the university, right, and we're standing like we're standing outside a building where we're going to write, obviously, and then there were ladies there by the table. They would call your name, and then you'd come and you'd sign and you'd show them your ID. And then after that you'd go to the door, and then at the door they'll check your ID again, and then you can go in and take a seat. So I was with my friends, and then out of my friends I was the first one to get called, like they called my name and stuff. Then I went and I signed, and they asked for my ID, and then I gave my birth certificate to those ladies, right? So then they like, hey, us we don't know, so you'll see what happens at the door. So I get there, I sign whatever I'm signing, and then I go to the door, and now I'm trying to get in with my birth certificate, ne? So I get there, and then the lady's like, where's your ID? And I'm like, I don't have an ID. Like, I actually don't have one. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, I mean, I registered for it and stuff, but it's not back yet, so I don't have it with me, like, at all. Like, it's still with the Home Affairs and stuff. So yeah, I have my birth certificate though. So anyway, she points me to the side, and she's like, go stand in the corner. I'll call someone to come talk to you and see what's what. Right, so as I'm waiting, people are going in, people are going in, and then I remember another guy, same story. He had his birth certificate thing in his hand as well, so I'm assuming maybe it was the same thing, whatever. So it was just me and him standing there in the corner. So we're standing waiting, and then eventually this lady goes and calls this other man, and then he comes. So as soon as like you register for your NBT, you get like a paper that you have to print out from the internet, because like you register from the you register on the internet, and then they give you like a paper that you have to print out with the instructions and stuff. So I had that paper in my bag. So he gets there and he's like, take out that paper with the instructions and stuff, and then I take it out, and then it says that you need your NBT. I mean, you need your ID. Like, the paper says you need your ID to write your NBT. And then he's like, the only way you can actually write the NBT is if you go get an affidavit form. Nah, at that moment I remember that was the first time I was hearing that word, and I was like, hey, Abu, what? But yeah, he said the only way you can write the NBT now is if you have an affidavit form.
Oh, and I forgot to mention that the only place where you can get this form is at a police station.
Mind you, I do not know tax. Like, I do not know the place, like, at all. I don't even know the university. Like, it's my first time coming to the university. I think it's my first time coming to the town, so I don't even know where the police station is. And Like this place, like the university, is like 3 hours away from where I live, and my parents had a funeral. Right now, I don't know what to do, because like, I mean, how will I get to the police station? Like, what? Like, now, actually, I'm panicking. I am panicking, because like, I'm thinking, and I'm like, guys, this means I'm going to university. Like, oh my gosh, like, so anyway, so he says that, and he's like, you can't write. The only way you can write is with the affidavit or whatever. And then he leaves, and then now I have to sort myself out. The guy I was with, here now you could see, okay, he looked like he was from here. He knew where the police station was. As soon as the guy said that, he went. I actually thought to myself, and I was like, Rejoice, you should probably talk to him, because like he seems like he knows where the police station is. So talk to him and go with him. Like, this is your future. This is your future. But me being me, I was too shy for that. Like, so now I try and get hold of my parents. I don't know why. I don't know what they will do. I don't know how they'll give me a affidavit when they're 3 hours away. Like, I don't know. So I call my parents. My parents are not picking up. I'm like, yo. So now I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I about to not write my NBT? If I don't write my NBT, I'm not going to university. If I'm not going to university, I don't even know what that means. But like, I was panicking. I remember I was panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? So then I remembered that this one friend of mine came to Tugs, because like, I mean, we're from the same town, so her home is also 3 hours away, but she drove here with her dad and her brother. And it looked like they were gonna wait in the car for her until she was done. So I was like, you know what, let me go try ask them to take me to the police station. So then I get there and I'm trying to ask him to take me to the police station, and when I'm looking at him, I can see he doesn't know me. He has no idea who I am. Because like, okay, the question I asked was, do you know where the police station is, right? And for some reason I thought he would know. I don't know why. It didn't cross my mind that, we both are not from this town or whatever. But I thought he would say yes, and then the plan was for me to be on some, oh, okay, will you please take me type of situation. But that wasn't the case. He looked at me and I could see he doesn't know me at all. Like, he has no idea who I am. And he's like,
I'm sorry, I don't know where that is. I'm not from town. You should probably ask the security guys over there.
And I'm like, yeah. And I remember the brother was sitting at the back and he was confused, and he's like, hey, why are you asking us about police station when you can see we are from your town? We also don't know where the police station is. Like, what's going on with you? But like, he didn't say it. Like, you could see that in his eyes. And that happens, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't think of that. You know what, let me try ask the security guards. And then I go to the security guards and I ask them, and I'm like, hi, where's the police station? What? And they tell me where it is, where. And then I'm like, is it far? And they're like, yeah, it's far. I'm like, oh my gosh.
How you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
First, I'm like, okay, fine. So definitely my friend's dad here can't take me to the police station, so I have to try and get there on my own. I don't even know this place. I don't know Tugs like at all. Like, I've never been here. So I literally felt like I was in another country, because now, like, how do I get out of the university? I don't know where I was. I didn't even know where the gate was. Like, I was literally surrounded by buildings. I didn't even know where the exit was. This way. I didn't know. Like, yo. So yeah, that happens, and then I asked them to show me where the exit was. So anyway, after that, like, after they told me, I'm like, you know what, let me breathe, let me take it step by step. Let me first try and get out of the university. Let's start there. Let me try and get out of the university, and then whoever I see, ask them to show me where the police station is. So I'm like, okay, fine. And I remember as I was walking like away from the security guards, as I'm now trying to get out of the university, I'm like, guys, what is going on? Mara, guys, what's going on? I remember I even cried a bit. Like, I think I shed 2 tears.
It's been a...
I remember I even started thinking about my future, and I was like, yo, guys, right now my future looks very dark, man. Yeah. I was feeling sorry. I was feeling sorry for myself. Anyway, so as I was feeling sorry for myself, I remember I even started praying and I tried to be positive and I was like, God, I know that you are with me. Hey, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You are bigger than this situation. Like you, as you. Anyway, so that happened. I prayed and then I pulled myself together, man. I was like, hey, try to get to the police station. So now, like once I was now fine, I was like, you know what? Let me try get to the police station. Let me get this a bit form, né? And then by the time I come back, they'll probably obviously have started with the first paper. So the NBTs, I went to write 2 papers. I went to write the maths and the English. Ne? And then that time when we were trying to get in the hallway, trying to get in for the English one, and then there was a maths one. So I was like, you know what? So now let me try get to the police station. Let me try get this form. And let me try get back, and then by the time I'm back, obviously they will have started with the English one, so it's fine. I'll miss that one. I'll write the maths one today, and then I'll try register for the English one another day, whatever. So I'm like, okay, fine. So now I'm trying to get, so I'm asking people how to get out, and eventually I get out, and then I see these 2 ladies sitting, and then I ask them, and I'm like, hello, where's the police station? And then they start directing me as if I know the place. Like they're naming places. They're like, when you get here, you turn right and you turn in, you turn right, you turn left, you turn. And I'm like, okay. Well, I'm like, okay, fine. The important question, is it far? Can I walk there? And they're like, no, Shem, no, it's far. So then I see like near a tree, like where I was with these ladies, somewhere there under a tree, there was a taxi. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ask this man to take me to the police station. And then I get there and I'll ask him, and he says he's not working, and I'm like, why? Then I begged him and he's like, no, I'm not working yet, like it's still too early. So on the opposite side of the road there was another taxi. I'm assuming they knew each other, and then he talked to him for me and he asked him to take me to the police station. So then this man takes me to the police station. So as we're going, I'm trying to memorize, you know, the route so I can be able to come back if I have to walk back. Like I'm just trying to memorize the route, but yo, there were so many turns, there were so many turns, we turned so much. But anyway, yeah, we get to the police station. I remember the lady who was working there, oh gosh, she was so nice. But now problem is I got there and I forgot the name of the form. I forgot the name of the form, and I don't even know what I said. I probably said Azivadi or something instead of Avidavit. That's the actual name of the form, but I probably said something else because I was really confused. I was, it was a mess. Anyway, so I get there and I explain my situation to her. And then she asked, and she's like, when you writing? And I'm like, I'm writing today, this today. And already in my mind, now I'd given up. I'm like, you know what, the English, I'm obviously miss it, like, you know, whatever. And then she's like, oh, you're writing today? Then hurry up, girl, hurry up. And I'm like, you're right, actually. You're right. Anyway, so then she helped me fill in the form, we filled it in, but she was really nice. I'm like, okay, fine, let me actually try and rush. Who knows, I might actually, you know, write the English, was English or maths, I can't remember, but I might write the first paper, I might get there in time, whatever. So now I'm trying to walk back, and remember, I have to remember how we came. Like, so as I'm trying to go back, I eventually catch a taxi. So I get in and they like, where you going? I'm like, I'm going to tax. They asked me again. They like, where you going? Where we dropping you off? And I'm like, I'm going to tax. And I remember everyone looked at me. They like, and I'm like, Haibo, I am going to tax. Is it like not a place? Am I like dreaming? Like, what's happening? And like, what's going on? Is tax not a place? Like, what's happening? And then the people who were in the the taxi wasn't full. There were only 2 guys in the taxi, and me, and they were both so guys. Let me just say something. This was all through God's grace. Like everyone I met on this was like super nice. They were like so nice. Anyway, so now I'm in the other taxi, right, and I'm telling them that I'm going to Tux. Tux is the name of like the town. It's the name of the place, like the University of Cape Town. Cape Town is the place. So so one of the guys who was in the taxi, he explains to me and he's like, my girl, Tux is the place, where we are now, like the entire town. The name of the place is Tux. So we're going to ask you the question again. May you tell us where you're going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to the university. He's like, okay. And as soon as that happened, I remember that guy could see that, yeah, this girl is lost. We don't know what's going on with her, but she's going through a lot. She's going through a lot. So me, this guy who was helping me, and the other guy, we all got off at the same place. So the taxi driver says, you are here by Tux. But now problem is, this is a different entrance. Mina, I knew the way back to the hall with the other entrance, if that makes sense. Like that other entrance, yeah, I knew how to get to the hall from there. Now this is a whole different entrance. I don't know if I go this way, like. So I remember, yo guys, that guy was so nice. The one in the taxi, that one, he was nice, Shem. He wanted to make sure that I get to where I'm going because he could see that I was lost, Shem. Anyway, so he's asking me, you know, what's what, and when I'm explaining, like I told him everything, that, you know, I'm trying to get affidavit, I'm trying to write NBT, never been to Tux, which you obviously have figured out, you know, all these things. And then it just, okay, it didn't just so happen, it was God's grace. But the other guy, he was a lecturer in the university, like, and that guy and the other guy knew each other, right? So that guy who helped me with, you know, the Tux thing, he asked him to go with me into the university, if that makes sense. And mind you, like this entrance, like this other entrance where I was dropped off, it had a turnstile, like one of those turnstile things where you only enter if you have a student card. So tell me that it is not God's grace that I was dropped off at the entrance that has a turnstile, and I just so happened to be with a lecturer who has a student card to the turnstile, like. Anyway, he just told the security guards that I was with him. The building where I was writing was in the same direction as his room or whatever. So we basically walked to the thing and he showed me where everything was. And I remember when I was walking, he was busy telling me his ndawas about his girlfriend and whatever. That was funny. But anyway, yeah, we walked, and then we got to his room, like we got to where he was staying. So he went there and then he just told me that just go straight, whatever, you'll find whatever. Yeah, I got there, and then I tried to get in, and obviously I saw that, you know, they had started and it was full, whatever. So they just told me to wait outside. I'm like, okay, fine, it's fine. If I miss this one, then I'm obviously just write the next one, and you know, it's fine. And then as I was waiting outside, since that place was full, one of the invigilators asked the other invigilator to take me to, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I was just told to follow the invigilator. I actually didn't know where I was going. I didn't know where I was going. I just followed them. They're like, follow. And I followed. And then we got to a building. So basically what was happening was that where I was, it was full. So then they were basically taking me to another building, basically. And when I got there, they hadn't started. Like, this a joke? Like, what do you mean not what do you mean you haven't started? So they were able to squeeze me in, and I wrote my English, both my English and my math. And I was like, yo, I remember after this day, I was like, oh, yo, guys. Literally, when I look back at this, I only see God's grace. Like, it has God's grace written over it. It's only through His grace that I met nice people. Hey, remember when living in South Africa? Like, everyone, it's not a coincidence that everyone I met was just so nice. But yeah, that's it for today's story time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to hit the like button. Please do share the link. Please let me know in the comments if maybe your NBT experience was as crazy, or maybe if you have any experience that's as crazy as this one. I'd really want to know. Do let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you on Monday.